The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack seems like one of those series that was just here for a while and then disappeared. Not to say it doesn't have its fans, but compared to widespread successes like Steven Universe or Regular Show, Flapjack just seems like a drop in the bucket. But the truth is, none of these other shows may have existed without it. You see, a shocking volume of staff members went on to produce their own shows, and the staff members of those, in turn, produced their own. So whether it knows it or not, for better or for worse, Flapjack is probably the most influential animated series of the last decade. Which is probably why Cartoon Network turned it into a live-action movie. Now, I never even heard of this until just recently, which kind of makes sense. Cartoon Network hasn't had the best of luck with their live-action movies, or just live-action period, outside Adult Swim. But I have to admit, this movie actually looks great, considering it's from the same studio that brought us Ben 10 Beyond Time, or whatever. But we run into what seems to be our first problem when we see that our lovable child hero is played by 50-year-old Chris Elliott. Now, at first, I was flummoxed by the casting. I mean, I like Chris Elliott, but what was going on? Was he just hanging around after Eagleheart ended?
Thank you all.
But then I realized, even though he's well out of the plausible age range to play a child, although whatever they did made him look 20 years younger, Chris does manage to balance Flapjack's annoying qualities with his childlike innocence and enthusiasm.
Here they are, your fish stick kitties. My own invention, thank you very much.
But I can't argue with you if you say that the beard takes you out of the movie. I don't know why he didn't shave it either. Although, considering that this is the person that created and provided the voice of Flapjack, I don't know, maybe this is just some kind of weird in-joke. But what would Flapjack be without the other inhabitants of Stormalong Harbor? No, really, I'm asking, because there is a disappointing lack of characters like Dr. Barber and Peppermint Larry. Oh, there are some familiar weirdos in this, including Andy Richter as a bumbling crew hand.
I was never real good at figuring stuff out. Captain says I'm dumb as a carp. Here's how a harem girl dances.
And David Letterman, of all people.
Well, what's on your mind, little girl?
I guess he had nothing better to do either. But again, he looks 30 years younger. Who is the wizard they have doing makeup for these TV movies?
You couldn't be cuter. You're so adorable. Oh, my.
The only ones they even try to come close to are Captain Knuckles.
We figured you were hungry, so we brought you a stick of gum.
Who looks nothing like Knuckles and is not the captain of the ship. Yes, that's right, ship, not whale. But I am pleased they actually got Brian Murphy, the voice of Knuckles, to actually play the role.
You're a genius!
For the 10 millionth time, don't kiss me.
And surprisingly, a character that only appeared twice, Flapjack's maybe not love interest, Sally Syrup.
So this is what you guys do for fun?
Yeah.
Humiliate an imbecile?
Yeah.
Sure, he's clumsy and he's stupid and he's a screw-up. But you don't have to treat him like an animal.
It's funny you should mention screw-ups because about an hour ago I made the mistake of using your swimming diary to light the stove.
I've been keeping that diary for 15 years, you ape! Dance, boy, dance!
And no, there is no Bubby in this movie. I know! What the hell? At first I thought this was some kind of prequel, where we see Flapjack and Knuckles meeting her towards the end, but she never shows up. I chalk this up to budgetary limits, but come on, how can you have a Flapjack movie without Bubby?
Bye, baby.
So at this point, you just think the whole thing is a lost cause. However, the movie does start to pick up when we get into the stuff that made Flapjack great in the first place. Bizarre and disturbing misadventures. It's a perfect match. They get ambushed by iceberg monsters.
Sir, it is very bad manners to pay a visit without a formal invitation.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Flapjack gets saved by a shark person? They land on an island where a giant is about to decapitate them with toenail clippers. They even reenact the infamous saltwater drinking scene, and somehow come close to making it just as creepy as the original.
See you around, buddy. That's a cute kid.
Long story short, the crew come across an island paradise, and Flapjack has to decide whether he stays or, who the hell are they kidding? Of course he's gonna go with the crew. Off to find more adventure! Also, this is not the Jackie Buscarino ship I wanted to become canon. This movie is fascinating. I have never in my life seen anything that captures all the feeling of the original source material while at the same time completely ignoring it. Almost like someone just slapped the name on something else. It's an oddity to be sure, but what else would I expect from the marvelous misadventures of Flapjack? Rich Brinkley? Oh my god, I thought you were dead.